We're at the 2023 T.R.U Athlete here in London in conjunction to the Sheru Classic as well as with the promoter, T.R.U Pro. And I'm here with
Rachael.
Where are you from?
I'm from Northamptonshire, a small little village called Kislingbury.
You see wheelchair bodybuilding and there's men, and we talked before online and stuff like that, and you're very interested in competing in the women's division. So how do you feel about that division and where do you want it to see it go?
So currently there's not many women that are kind of out there. There's the lovely Leanne. She competed this year in the UK. She did phenomenal. But again, we want to see more women like out there. So there's myself, there's Taylor, Hannah and Soph, and also Katie, but she's just recently changed her name. So sorry, don't know what it was. She's changed it too. But yeah, no, we definitely want more females competing. It doesn't matter where your starting point is. At the end of the day, in the amateur kind of league, we want people to be able to relate. We want to be able to them go, do you know what? Despite what my disability is, this is where I can get to, and this is what I'm going to aim, and this is what I'm going to build on and achieve. That's what I want. I want like women supporting women, like how all the guys are. It's amazing. The friendships and stuff that they've built over the years. It's just, yeah, we want that in the girl side as well. So more people to get on and on board with it.
That's exactly it, because I've tried to push this for years, but I can only do so much, but it's up to the women to actually make this happen. I'm all on board because a few years ago, I believe it's about 3 years ago, I got the IFBB. They approved the women's division to get their pro cards. It's possible to make a pro division for the women, but the only issue is the numbers. How does it make you feel knowing that, if you get the women together and that you could possibly earn your IFBB pro card? What does that mean to you?
That means like everything. Honestly, before my disability, this was something that I wanted to pursue, and knowing that that is something within grasp that I can still pursue and continue and hopefully inspire others, that literally is just amazing. Like the benefits that the fitness industry has had to myself has been absolutely phenomenal. And the more women that are out there, like supporting one another and sort of making that noise and making ourselves heard, that's how we're going to start changing things. That's how things are going to start growing and start moving. And yeah, I'm very fortunate to have a good group of British girls behind us, and we are going to be the flagship to get this done.
That's amazing, because with the guys, you see how like the wheelchair, the men's portion is growing. That's because I keep everybody updated as well as the women. But for the guys to compete, we keep it as a brotherhood, but also the women bring it as a sisterhood. But we just got to find an understanding of what you women want this to go, because it's up to you, not me. I can help push it, but it's up to you guys. People see you in the wheelchair. What happened? Why are you in a wheelchair? Because a lot of people are afraid to ask. So, and if you don't mind, just let people know what happened.
So in 2017, I was working as a veterinary nurse, and unfortunately I ended up getting Guillain-Barré syndrome, which basically within 12 hours, my body decided to attack itself and unfortunately left me how I am. But in all honesty, I wouldn't change it at all, because how I am now has made me a better and a stronger person. And honestly, every single person that I've met within like the disability kind of sector has just kind of like pushed me further and harder than I've ever been pushed before. And like that, for me, finding that community has just been fantastic.
You hear what she said and you hear these stories, because we all have some sort of disability, and you don't have to be ashamed of what happened to you. You just got to embrace and accept that it's a different life. So from all this, what message would you give to other women and people out here watching this? What is your message to the world?
My message would be to take a chance. If it's something that you believe in, if it's something that you love, or something that you just think, you know what, I want to try this, honestly, try it, because your small step and putting yourself out there might then inspire someone else, and that could be life-changing for them. And honestly, like finding people like Jen online and yourself, that's what pushed me to go forward. It's just so much nicer being able to go, right, I'm not full of anxiety anymore. I can literally put myself out there and do. And I want other people to be able to feel that confidence in themselves and be like, I'm owning this.
What is your mindset? Because so many guys have insecurities, and they may not say it and stuff like that, because you're not in the wheelchair. Then all of a sudden you're in the wheelchair. It's like, and it's a world of change. You get paranoid what people, they're looking at you and what are they thinking? But it has to be like even that much worse for a woman, because, it's all the details that you ladies have to, put on your makeup, your hair. I take a razor and I shave my head and I'm good, right? Put all the stuff on and I just wash my face with Dial soap. Literally, for being in the wheelchair and having people look at you because, that's a big aspect of your life. So many people, not just the men, but women especially, they're struggling. That's why a lot of the women just, may not want to compete because they're afraid of what people are going to think. So what's your mindset to overcome that? Because you're like so ready to get on stage to do this. What is your thought process?
My thought process is kind of, if I can put myself out there, then so can anyone. And me conquering sort of my fears and getting out and going, do you know what? Just because of a wheelchair doesn't mean that you're not beautiful, doesn't mean that you're not strong, confident, sexy, anything. It's sort of the more of us that are out there going, right, I own this, and we're supporting one another. We're liking people's photos. We're saying those compliments and things. That's the massive encouragement. And that's kind of like what I want other women to like feel. I've managed to find some amazing friends literally through Nick Hewitt, who got us all together, and Sophie and Hannah, love them to bits. And yeah, they're like a little sisterhood. And honestly, the confidence that they've poured into me and I've been able to give them, it's literally just made us feel like good about ourselves. We don't sort of see, oh, this is your holdback. This is basically, this is how we're going to go forward. And this is how we're going to go forward together. It's amazing.
That's amazing. So you see all the stuff with wheelchair bodybuilding out there. You see Nick competing on the biggest stages, and then you've seen a lot of the athletes, and probably including myself. But then how does it feel knowing like this is real, that we are here? It's a reality. So how does that make you feel like this is actually achievable? Because a lot of people think this is impossible.
It inspires me, and it also makes me feel like proud that I can help like assist from the women's point of view, to just kind of like encouragement, like if people want a message and stuff like that. I'm always very much like pro for it all of the guys. Like, I'd spoken to Bradley Betts, I'd obviously spoken to Woody, Tori Jones. Everyone is so like supportive for like getting us all out there. Yeah, it just makes me like proud that we are all moving as one. It's not a case of this is the men's sector and this is the female sector. Like, the guys are there, they're behind us, they're championing us as much as the girls that I've like met as well. So I think if there's people that inspire you online, drop them a message, say, do you know what? You're doing phenomenal. Like, if this is something you want to do, get involved, like offer that help, offer that support. But yeah, it's just makes me really proud to be a part of it.
And because, so many people, like, they don't know where to begin. And I try to make it as easy as possible to actually get things moving forward. It's not just for the men, but for the women. But the women have to want this just like the guys, because it was difficult in the beginning, but with time, anything's possible. And if the numbers are there and there's demand, it can eventually be added to other pro shows, more than one. And eventually, it's possible for the Arnold and eventually the Olympia. But it has to be the numbers and it has to be consistent, just like the men, because the strength is really in the numbers. So, is there any last words that you want to say, or anything that you have that you want to get out there?
So I would basically say, if you're nervous about getting into the gym or setting foot into the gym, speak to either the gym owner, find yourself a good coach, a good PT, just have a chat. I mean, you don't need to be in peak condition when you start doing any of this. That's one thing that I want to emphasize. Posing doesn't come naturally to everyone. You can literally start that straight away. You might just go, I'm going to book myself a little posing session. I myself use Hannah Heath. She's absolutely incredible. There's also Amy, who does a posing coach. She's absolutely phenomenal. And everyone, I would literally just say, go and make that first move. You don't have to be in an athletic shape or form. You could be at the start of your journey, like my friend Sophie. She's lost a hell of a lot amount of weight and now she's looking to compete. It doesn't matter where your starting point is, it's where you see your ending point and getting the right people behind you to get you there, basically. That's what I'd say.
It's amazing. And where can people find you?
They can find me on just Instagram. So Rachael Louise at 912.
Well, Rachel, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time talking. And I hope you heard up. And you heard it first here in London, in the United Kingdom, at the 2023 T.R.U Athlete, in conjunction with the Sheru Classic and T.R.U Pro, in conjunction with the NPC Worldwide and the IFBB Professional League.